So I'm going to just make a little video showing you how I attach and knit the ties for the Elaborate Pleasure top. So we're starting here. I've already cast on my 101 stitches using the long tail cast on method. So you can cast on more or less depending on if you want to make it longer or shorter. This one makes around 27-inch tie. I like a nice long tie on these guys. So that's how we're coming in here. So I've already cast them all on. And then what I'm going to do is basically take the vest right side up, and I'm going to find where I left that marker 12 inches up. And I'm just, like I normally would, going to pick up that stitch at the end of all of these cast-ons. So just like that. And then I can take out this guy to the side. So now I have 102 on my needles here. Then I'm going to turn inside out, and I'm going to pick up the next stitch up as well. And I'm going to pick it up purlwise. Just like that. So now I have 101 on my stitches. Originally, I picked up one, I picked up another one. So those two now on the side, okay? So then I turn it again, ready now to stitch across. So first stitch, you're gonna purl two together, which will take you back down to 102 stitches. So purl those two that you picked up together. Right, just like that. And then you're just gonna work all the way across, purl. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna be right back, just purling all the way across the stitches that I cast on. I'm gonna finish up these last few stitches, purling all the way across. Purling. Awesome. So no different on the end here. Purl the last stitch. Great. So now you've worked it one time across. You're just going to turn it like you would knitting flat, and you're going to purl all the way across until you have one left on your needle. So basically we're working it up in garter. I really like this. It makes this nice strap, sort of like, you know, not too thick, and it doesn't curl, which I really love, and it looks really nice tied in a bow. So that's what we're working on. So now I will purl all the way back and see you when there's one left. Okay, so I have worked all the way back down to the edge of the vest. And now this is the part where you have to really make sure with all that turning that you haven't twisted the stitches here, okay? Because it could be really easy for it to be switched. You want to make sure that the body of the work, the tie, is facing down towards the bottom of the vest. So there's no twist there, okay? So then with this last stitch, what we're going to do is basically purl two together with the side of the vest. So once again, making sure we haven't tangled in any way, we're going to bring the yarn in front. We're going to go down through the stitch on the needle and through that next stitch up. So next stitch up from the first two. And we are going to purl through both of them, just like that. So again, we have one stitch left on our left needle. We bring the yarn in front. We get this tail out of the way. There we go. Okay, so we go through the stitch on the needle and through the stitches one above, making sure we haven't twisted, and we pull through. There we go. So now we've picked up another one along the side, and we still have 102 stitches here. So there we go. Now next step is we once again turn the work, and we do like we did in that second step. So we again purlwise pick up the next stitches up. So just here, pick those up. There we go. So now we have 103 on our needles, and now we're going to work back down as we have before. Once again, purling those first two together, bringing us back down to 102 stitches. So go through both of those, and we purl together. There you go. So now you've picked up two more. So now we're going to work all the way down again, purling. So we're going to purl all the way across down to the end. When we get to the end, we will turn and purl all the way back, and then that is where I'll meet you. All right, so I have purled all the way down since the last step. I've turned my work just as we did before, purled back. I have about this much on my needle left, so I'm going to purl until we have one remaining, just like we did before. All right, so now I have one left. I'm going to double check again that I have not twisted the work. So the body's facing down and there's no twist. So then just like we did before, we're going to purl two together while picking up one from the side. So we bring the yarn in front, we pick up the stitch there, then we pick up from the side the next stitch up, and we purl through both and drop that one off. There we go. So just like before. Great. Just like that. Then we're going to turn the work. And for one last time, we are going to pick up purlwise that last stitch up along there. So now in total, we've picked up 6 stitches along the side. And once again, we're going to turn the work. And we're going to purl those two together, bring us back down to 102. So we're going to purl those together. And now we're just going to work across in a standard bind off, purlwise. So purl the next one and lift that stitch you just combined together. And you're going to work that all the way down to the end. And then you're going to break the yarn and you're done. So just repeat that for all 4. And then you have some like gorgeous ties that just need a little bit of blocking and they're good to go. Great, and that's how it looks at the end attached. Obviously this whole bad boy needs to get wet blocked, but there you go, a nice flat laying strap, nice and long. Just gotta weave in these ends.